Welcome to the Redirect Podcast. I'm Abigail Freshley.
And I'm Emily Rojas. The Redirect Podcast is the show where we shift the conversation back to books. We discuss themes from some of our favorite books and how those themes show up in our real lived experiences.
On today's episode, we are deep diving On today's episode, we are deep diving schools from books. But no, hold on. On today's episode, we're celebrating back to school by discussing some of our favorite fictional schools from books.
Nailed it. But before we get into that, we would love for you to support the show in a few simple ways if you like us. First, you can go and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and let us know how much you love the show.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Redirect Podcast. And if you really, really love the show, we would love for you to share it with a friend. Sharing our show with a friend is by far the best way to grow our community of book-loving nerds. And we need community more now than ever.
So true. So true. That's it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
I didn't forget something again.
I'm really excited for this episode, honestly.
I actually am too. At first I was like, am I even going to be able to think of any? And then I started going through, my books and stuff, and I have a very long list of possible schools to choose from. So I'm excited.
Okay, I have 5. I could think of 5 I would really want to engage with.
Perfect.
So
how many are we going to pick total? Well, let's see. Yeah, how many are we going to pick total?
What do you think?
I don't know, 3 each. 6 total. Or
okay, let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
6 total.
Then you have 2 backups just in case.
Yeah, and we have not disclosed our list of books to one another.
Yes, so that's a fun part.
But before we get into all of that,
right,
there's some book news.
Major book news.
Major.
It's not the Twilight news we were expecting, but that's still yet to come. But perhaps the Twilight news we deserve in these trying times, which is that the Twilight saga in their entirety, they're coming back to theaters for one night and one night only over the course of 5 days.
And one night only over the course of 5 days. And literally, we just had to stop the podcast. Literally, as we're talking about this, I'm going to go ahead and book my ticket for New Moon. But because I'm stressed. But okay, we both got tickets to go see Twilight.
Yeah.
We're in. We'll be there. Me and Zach are going. Last night we were literally giddy thinking about the experience of watching this in a theater with people.
Yes. So. You know what I'm thinking? So I bought my ticket for Twilight, obviously, which you just said. I think I might skip the rest because that is if you wanted to see all of them, I just spent $50 on 2 tickets. So we're talking about $250 on tickets alone if you want to see all of them. But I'm thinking I will also go see Breaking Dawn Part 2 because that's the only one of the movies I didn't actually originally see at the midnight premiere in theaters.
Really?
Yeah, because by that time I was kind of past Twilight temporarily, and I've circled back as obviously all good things should happen. So
I think I'm doing. I actually just bought tickets for us to go to New Moon as well, and those tickets are more available.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm gonna do Twilight and New Moon.
Good call. I mean, New Moon's great.
Because I have to see, where have you been, Loka? And I have to see, you've been lying to everyone. Charlie. Okay, so anyways, they're re-releasing Twilight.
Yeah.
And
we can't wait.
It's really, really big news, especially for mentally ill people.
Yeah.
And
it's just in time for my birthday. What better way to bring in a new year of my life than with...
A new decade of your life.
A new decade, a new year, a new decade, the end of an era. Then by what better way to punctuate any part of my life than with Twilight? So I agree, Bonnie. Shout out Bonnie. She knows what's up.
Shut up.
I'm not cutting that out. Okay. Also in book news, really briefly, I just saw today Jeanette McCurdy, who we both really liked her memoir. God, my mom died. She's releasing her first fiction book in January 2026. It's called Half His Age, and it is about a 17-year-old engaging in a relationship with her married, creative writing teacher. So,
okay,
I trust her. And I thought, her memoir is not only really insane and engaging, but it's really well written. So I am interested, but that's not a book I would pick up on my own. I'll say that.
I think she had great source material,
right,
for her memoir, obviously, because her life was insane,
right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so neutral about it. I don't have high or low expectations. No. I'm approaching with curiosity.
Yeah, I'm interested. So I just saw that on Instagram while I was waiting to start recording. So I wanted to bring it up. All right. Are we ready? Let's do it.
Let me pull up one of those.
Do a handy dandy wheel.
Yeah, wheel select. Also, sorry for any background noise. People are moving in next door to me.
Oh, exciting. Hope they're normal.
It's like a lot of... Okay, already have one from last time. Emily Abigail.
Great.
So I guess whoever it lands on, you can decide if you want to go first or second.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I won.
Yay.
I'm actually going to go second.
Oh, dang. I wanted to go second. Okay,
okay. Second is better because I want to know what your first choice was.
I know. Okay.
So I'm so nervous at this wrong decision because I have one I really want to pick. But even if you pick it, I'm still going to talk about it.
Okay, and to be clear, I texted you earlier. We're just doing vibes. It is anything. It could be worst schools. It could be best schools. It could be schools you want to go to. It could be most chaotic schools.
Like, we're just like really competitive people. So it's like, I want to have chosen this one.
Yeah.
But it's like... Yeah. You know, books you want to discuss or like your best or worst or whatever.
Correct. Okay. I'm going to pick a very recent read.
Okay.
And I'm going to do this because I want to find a way to talk about this book without putting in my recent reads because I've read a lot of good books recently. And that is, I think I would be interested in going to the one-room schoolhouse from The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna in Alaska. Number one, because you just forced me to read this at gunpoint. Longtime listeners will understand.
Well, yeah, over the last 3 years. Yeah. I think I gave this book to you 3 years ago.
I'm pretty sure, before the podcast, possibly. But anyways, this book follows what's her name? Lenny, thank you. Lenny and her mentally ill father, who we love. We just love mentally ill fathers.
We are really big into the mentally ill father genre.
And this is a very he is the mentally ill father. He went to Nam. That's the classic. He's an alcoholic. And her mother is desperately in love with him, which is really a bummer. And he also beats her. So anyways, he moves them, as mentally ill fathers are apt to do, to the middle of nowhere in Alaska.
Because he's I think he's literally trying to outrun his debts and stuff.
Yeah, and he's insane.
He's kind of he's kind of
the Glass Castle.
No,
Pa from Little House on the Prairie. He is
we've burned all of our bridges. I've not paid anybody any money back
to nowhere.
So let's go to the non-contiguous United States of America.
And he gets there, and anyways, it's terrible. But then they adapt and they grow. And it's a very moving journey through the story of her many years of her life. And anyways, in this story though, they live in this small town and she goes to a one-room schoolhouse, which fascinates me. I'm super interested in I always think, how is it possible to be a teacher teaching in a one-room schoolhouse with kids as little as kindergartners, and then up to Lenny graduates from this school. She's 17 or 18 when it's over. And there's one other kid her age, and then there's younger kids, and they're all learning the same stuff but kind of different, and doing these really cool field trips to the wilderness of Alaska, taking a little plane out in the middle of nowhere. It's very cool. So I'm fascinated by it. I think it's very interesting, and it's crazy to think that places like this, probably really, really, really remote places like this, do still exist in the US, where there is one class for all the kids in town or something. So I just think that's very interesting, or at least maybe up to high school or something. So
yeah, pros, small class size.
Yeah, one-on-one attention. Con, your teacher is some random lady.
You know what? It's basically being a Duggar. Yeah,
it's basically being homeschooled.
You're being homeschooled with a bunch of people, your siblings who are different ages, and everyone's learning something different.
Absolutely. And so what? Was the education the best? Maybe not. But does Lenny know a lot about how to live in a remote territory? Yes. So that's my first pick. And I really like the book, and you guys should read it. Thank you, Abigail, for forcing me to read it.
Sweet satisfaction.
Yeah. That's my first pick.
Okay.
What's your first pick?
Great.
I'm scared.
I'm so glad your first pick was something that was not on my list.
Okay, great. Check.
My first pick is Forks High School.
That is on my list.
Yeah.
So So yes, say more.
Okay. Would I want to go to school there? No, like not particularly, but I do think someone should go to school there and be like, hey guys, these people are in their 20s. They are vampires.
Right.
What's not clicking? I actually feel like I went to a high school that was kind of like Forks High School.
Interesting.
You know, small town where it rains a lot. Yeah. It's in the mountains.
True.
Everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
I feel like I could really thrive there. And I don't know. I think I would just bring back bullying.
Yeah.
I think like bullying the vampires. Like, I don't know.
I agree.
I think we should all be tuning into this more, and someone needs to say something. And I feel like I have the ability to do that.
Yes.
If I went to school there, I'd be like, hey, guys, we really need to look into this. Like, why are the brothers and sisters dating?
Yeah.
Why are the parents in their 20s and they have this like harem of really hot, really close in age people?
They're all hooking up. Can't be right.
Like, let's maybe dig into that a little bit. And also just like for the bit, I think it would be.
Oh, totally.
Also, like, imagine you went to school with Bella. The gossip.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, the tea. Imagine being invited to her wedding.
I would love that.
Like in the movie, when Jessica is like, I mean, do you think Bella's going to be showing? That's me.
Yeah.
Like,
self-insert.
I don't know if you've been seeing those TikToks that are like, oh, guys, I don't know. I just feel like we're starting to gossip.
Yeah.
No, come to me. If you want to gossip and talk, come to me.
Yeah, we're your girls.
Let's speculate.
Yes.
Let's say like some really, really dark stuff about people. I would be very into that. I would really be into the gossip and like, you know, there's a bunch of group chats that are like, oh my God, did you see like Bella and Edward? And they like make them into that meme of like the people at Taco Bell with the mannequin. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just feel like it would just, the gossip alone would be great.
I totally agree. I imagine going to a school where over the course of a year, this girl moves to your town. 1 year, she moves to your town. She starts dating this guy. She will sporadically disappear for like.
Oh, and by the way, like all the guys at the school like her.
Yeah, for some unknown reason. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah, and then she's like always gone and then like always like weirdly injured. And you're like, is she really injured or is she just wearing a boot for attention?
Yeah. Then he moves away. Edward moves away. His whole family disappears. Then she's like psycho depressed and everyone's like not being normal about checking in on her. And then he comes back. She's fine. They get engaged. They get married like days after graduation.
In like a month, their kid is like 5 years old.
They're like, I've seen this weird kid around town. Absolutely insane. The gossip would go crazy. I'm concerned about the level of professionalism at Forks High School because the fact that no like school counselor, social worker was checking in on Bella with her behavior, it deeply concerns me. Like also the Cullens, they just miss school all the time randomly when it's sunny. And that's like, there are laws against that. That's called truancy and it's illegal. Yeah. So like no one's checking in on them. They're just like, oh yeah, your hot 20-year-old dad said it's cool. So we're not worried about it. Yeah, insane. I love it. I would love to go there.
Like the gossip would go so hard.
It would go so hard. Oh yeah, and then this guy from the Native American reservation locally shows up on your campus being really aggressive and he looks 25 for some reason. Yeah. Like there's so many things I could go on and on. The drama's crazy.
Yeah, it would just go absolutely crazy.
Okay. Great choice. That was on my list, so I can't be too mad, but
you know what? Shifting the conversation back to Twilight.
Yeah, every episode we find a way. Okay. I think my second choice is, man, we only get 3 picks.
We can do 4.
Let's do 4. Let's do 4.
Yeah.
Okay. My second pick is going to be Shiz from Wicked.
Oh yeah, that was almost on my list.
Although that is a stupid book that neither of us enjoyed, I'm going to defer to the musical here. It seems like a magical place. Speaking of gossip, like, what better gossip than like a fascist government taking over?
Well, I actually think that Shiz is what Hogwarts thinks it is.
Say more about that.
Like Shiz, like you can pick a track and be like really like you can basically pick a major
That's
instead
true.
of having to do all this stuff. And like you're learning real, real magic.
Yeah. It's like independent study. You get your own pathway.
Yeah. And people are like dedicated.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just more, it's like Ivy League Hogwarts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's better. Madame Morrible, is she evil? Yes. Do the goat, is he buying? Yes. Okay. But like, things will be fine. If anything, this is like, it would probably be relatable because, the wizard, he's like not great. Like our current government, not great. Taking over, kidnapping people in the middle of the night.
So like transferable skills.
Yeah, like I know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool in that front. I think it would be cool to learn magic. I think it would be like really fun to like watch Fiyero dance around. Also speaking of gossip, like
the gossip would go so hard.
The alumni network gossip has to go crazy when he marries Galinda and then runs off to be with Elphaba. And then she dies allegedly. Spoiler. So I just think that would be really fun. And I think
or like you'll never guess who I went to school with.
Yeah.
You'll never guess who my roommate
Oh my
was.
God, yes. And everyone's asking you like in the beginning when they asked Glinda, did you really know her?
You are a
I
primary
knew her.
source.
Yeah. I'm going to be making TikToks regularly. Like, so I went to part 1. Who the fuck did I go to school with? That would be me. I am always hoping that
me with my chat GPT
literally every day, every year, and I'm getting too old now, like unfortunately, but I'm on the cusp. Every year though, when they release like the Bachelorette cast list, I pray that one of them will be someone I went to high school with, so I can go on Reddit and I can say something about them. Like that is my dream.
Now we're like decrepit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm aging out. So. I'll have to wait for the Golden Bachelor. So my point is, this would be my dream come true.
That would be. Imagine your enemy from high school is going on The Bachelor.
That would be my dream. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Next best thing would be Survivor, but I don't care. Like I'm rooting for the Survivor people. I'm rooting against the Bachelorette people. You know what I mean? So, totally. Yeah, that's my dream in life, is for like someone I didn't like in high school to become famous. If I was friends with Glenda or Elphaba, I'd be like, or if I knew them, I would be spilling the tea about them. So that's my second pick. The moral of the story is we're focused on gossip when we pick our schools.
Yeah, I just exactly like I love the gossip. I want to be like, oh my God, did you just see what just happened? And not like really deeply involved in it, but
yes,
I want to have like I want to have my own group.
Yes,
whatever.
Love it. That's my second pick.
Oh, I'm really vacillating between two.
I know, it's so hard.
Okay, well, whatever. I'm telling myself if you pick one of them, it's fine. I can still talk about it. Okay. I'm gonna pick Katenin Academy.
Ooh.
From The Will of the Many.
Okay.
This is top of mind because I'm almost finished with my Will of the Many reread.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, it's maybe like a less popular magical school, but it's actually not a magical school. It's just like a really cutthroat school in a fantasy book.
Yeah.
But people, like, you go to this school and there are different classes. It's meant to mimic the way the society is set up, which is like a pyramid. And so in class 7, there can be the most people and it's the least rigorous. But to be able to advance to class 6, you actually have to take the spot of someone who is currently in class 6. So they would have to be demoted.
Yeah.
And there's less and less spots the higher up you go in the pyramid until you get to class 3. And then the 3 people in class 3 compete in this challenge. And the person who wins the challenge is named Domitor. And so that's kind of what you need to know just about the school. It would be way too hard to explain everything about the book. But our hero Viz goes to this school and is he has like lots of different motivations for like spy stuff he's doing and like information he's trying to gather. But he really needs to get to class 3. And so it takes a lot of like politics and scheming and hard work and figuring out, okay, how am I going to demote someone from above me? How do I prove myself to take their place? And like the insane part of me would love that.
Yeah.
Like that like, I don't know, like 30% of me. I feel like 70% of the time I'm like a lot more chill than that. But like that 30% would take over and like my high achieving side would kick in and there would be no stopping me.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the thing that would stop me would be the physical challenges. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot.
But like if it was
running.
just like academics and like winning people over.
Yeah.
Because that's what, it's not really based on your performance. It's based on what the preceptors, who are like the teachers and the administrators of the school, who they think should be promoted, but really just based on their discretion. And I feel like that's where I would really thrive, is like convincing people that I'm better than everyone else, not based on any data point, but just vibes.
Yeah.
I think that I would really do well at that.
I think you would actually too. Yeah. I fear I wouldn't love this school, but I am fascinated by the concept of it. And like, yeah, like having to beat someone out to move up is crazy.
And it's a great book school because like it sets up a really great plot. Like, oh, okay, I understand this. I understand what it would take to move up.
Right.
In a fantasy world where there's not a lot of rules, this is a rule that I can understand.
Yeah, it's a good context. I think that's what's like when I was thinking about this episode, it's like, man, there are actually a lot of schools in books, whether it's like teachers or a book that takes place in a school, or just like a school setting in the background. And I think it's such a great, like, it's a great way to more subtly info dump on the audience, because you have like lessons and kids can learn things, or like students of any age can learn things through the school. And it's also just like, it forces proximity. Like the characters have to go there all the time. So especially in the Will of the Many, like that's what it is great at. It teaches you a lot about the world and helps contextualize it in a way. Because it's sort of like a microcosm of how the greater magic system works. And it makes sense because it's a school and everyone's familiar with what a school is like. So it's a great way to just like share the information in a very complicated world of that book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great choice.
Not as great gossip, I don't think, at Kentenin.
No, it seems like people hold their cards close to their chest at that place. So it's like,
but I guess a good strategy. Like you could plant a rumor about someone. If you wanted to.
And like a lot of stuff is going on. Like there's some weird stuff. Like someone died really mysteriously.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's some other weird stuff going on in the forest. So
also you have the level of like most of these kids, their parents are like high up in the hierarchy of the society. Yeah. And so they're all like basically the equivalent of trust fund kids. And that would be fun.
Connections. Them. Who knows what's going on up there?
Exactly.
Okay, great choice. Great choice.
All right, back to you.
Okay. This one I know it's not on your list because you haven't read this, but I'm picking Hawkins Academy from the Cadence of Part-Time Poets, which is a fan fiction. And it is.
I know what Hawkins is because I have read like 20%.
Sure. So you're familiar. So this is it's a Hogwarts equivalent boarding school in the Highlands of Scotland. I love that
you found a way to get out of picking Hogwarts.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, part of me. But also this school just seems so much better. There's no Dumbledore in this world, first of all. McGonagall is the headmaster or headmistress, right. So that's better.
Why do you think the fanfiction author, excuse me, decided to take Dumbledore out of the world?
I think a lot of fanfiction authors might choose to do that because Dumbledore is a very complicated character who, I think is weird to write. I think McGonagall is more straightforward, and if you need like a morally gray weirdo, then Dumbledore works. If you just need like a straight, like stern but maybe loving headmaster or like, you know, whatever principal, then I think McGonagall works better. That's my thought. Anyways, this is where Remus Lupin is sent after being kicked out of every other prestigious school, basically in the entire United Kingdom. He gets shipped off and he doesn't want to be there, and he is put into a room with the people you love, Sirius Black, James Potter, and Peter Pettigrew. They eventually decide to start a band together. This book is is longer than the Bible. It is over 1 million words, and you go through, I think it starts in year 5, and then, I don't know these years. What are they talking about? Why can't you guys just say sophomores or whatever, like normal people? And then it goes till a little after they graduate from school, but I think it would be a lot of gossip here, you know, because it's the 70s. So I feel like people are doing weird stuff. And also, like, they're trying to start a band. I think that would be really interesting to talk about. You know, you're watching. There's also, like, tons of, like, iconic pranks they pull. The most iconic is, like, the ballroom blitz scene. If you know, you know. They during a chapel, like, a chapel.
I read this part.
They perform ballroom blitz, and it's just delightful. And, like, you know, I love the disruption of religious activities with rock and roll. And yeah, it's great. Like, it's just it seems like a really lovely place. It seems boarding school is so interesting to me because having never been to one myself, it's weird to think about having like that much autonomy over your life when you're a child still. Like, obviously there's like teachers and you know, whatever student, what do they call those, you know, like students who are older than you, who are watching over you. But like, it's crazy that like they just like sneak off and go into the local town. I mean, I guess normal high school kids also might sneak out of their houses, like not me, but like they're living on their own. They have to like take care of themselves. I just think that's interesting, and that would be like a completely different life experience. So maybe it'd be fun to try it out. And this would be a great place to do it. You're like, you know, just vibing. Seems beautiful. Seems great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my pick.
Good pick.
Thank you.
I feel like, yeah, boarding school gossip would go crazy.
Boarding school gossip. Like, you're with these people all day.
Oh my God.
All night. The same people for years and years. And it would be crazy. Like, you're just privy to so much. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the pranks and stuff,
yeah,
too.
so much fun.
And, like, the relationships.
Yeah. I would be like, hey, have you guys noticed that these guys seem to be spending a lot of time together?
A lot of time together.
Like, anybody ever looked into that? No? Okay.
Okay. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, good pick. Good pick. And way to get out of picking Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last one for me next. This is not your last one. This is your second to last one. Okay. Sorry. Just making sure I'm on the right track.
I think, okay. I think ranking among the worst schools to go to.
Please.
I have two like worst schools. Uh-huh. I'm trying to figure out what to do first.
Really trying to channel what I want you to pick, so I can have a different pick, but so you can.
I'm gonna pick Basgiath.
Thank you. That's what I wanted.
Basgiath. Okay.
Woohoo! Okay, let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Okay. So Basgiath War College is obviously the school from Fourth Wing series. Mm-hmm. It is a death wish.
Yes.
I mean, definitely don't go there. So in this world, you when you like enter adulthood, you have to enlist in like one of the quadrants of the society, and it's like infantry, scribe. Or is it 3?
No, I'm pretty sure it is quadrants, so.
Riders, which is the Basgiath War College.
Healers.
Yeah. Healers, scribes. Healers are doctors, scribes are basically librarians. Infantry is like regular military. And then riders is like Navy SEALs. So, you bond with a dragon if you don't get like killed by a dragon trying to bond one. And you basically could die any day.
You can kill other students.
You can kill other students. It's very cutthroat. But also maybe worth it if you bond with a dragon. That would be so lit.
Would it?
I think so.
Yeah, sure.
And then you get powers from your the
powers would be cool. The powers would be cool.
You channel power from your dragon, and the power is like a reflection of like your personality and your dragon's personality mixed.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yes, and then maybe you meet a super hot tattooed shadow daddy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm not going. There's no way.
I'm not going to school there.
I'm not going to school there.
Quickly enlisting in the scribes.
For sure. I was going to say, which quadrant would you want to go to? Definitely scribes.
Clearly the scribes.
Yeah.
I'm doing that, please. I'm definitely not going to the writer's quadrant. But But you know what? Oh my God. Okay. Bazgaia, not the war college, but like they have the scribes right there at like that head library.
Right.
That's ideal. I think I want to be one of the scribes
there.
who works at that library.
Yes.
You get all the tea from the war college. You get to see all the hot guys.
Yes.
You do have to be around dragons, which is a little scary because they don't like you.
Yeah. But they're not going to kill you probably. Probably.
But that's what I want to do.
Totally. That's great. I'm very interested to see if it will ever be like revealed over the course of the series that like Basgiath is like stupidly set up on purpose, because it does feel insane that a nation that is in perpetual war basically and constantly under attack, that they would willingly let like at least a third of every incoming class, I think it's more than a third, like it's a significant amount, just perish, like just die. Right off the gate, they have to walk across this like parapet thing, and like half of them don't make it across.
I would not make it across.
That seems like, what are we doing? Like, what's, like, I understand, kick them out, but why are we killing
or
them?
demote them to infantry.
Right, put them in the infantry, but don't you need the bodies? Like, are we chill? And like, you would think the people trying to get into like to be flyers, that they would be like the toughest, like smartest. You think like it's the best of the best for the most part, right?
Oh my God. Wait. No, I know what we want to do. We don't want to go to Basgiath. We want to go to the place where the Griffin riders are from.
Maybe we want to go there because they're more
what
chill
is it called
there.
Again?
I forget. But they don't kill the people there. So they're like, wait, you guys just like let your people die? And they're like, yeah, you guys don't do that? They're like, no, we like
Cliffsbane.
Yeah, I want to go to Cliffsbane.
No, yeah, that's where I'm going.
Put me with the Griffins.
I get to be with the Griffins. I'm not going to die.
Yeah.
Like, worst case scenario, get kicked out. But like, their like big challenge, I think they mention in Onyx Storm, is they're like flying, like they fly over like this lake or something.
Yeah.
And if you fall off your Griffin, you fall in the water.
Yeah. And you don't get
and
to
life goes on.
But you live. I just don't get it. So I need that to be like a conspiracy, that they're like, this is set up intentionally to inhibit the world.
Probably.
Because
their government is not good.
It's not tracking. It's not making sense. But yeah, I don't want to go there. But I do think the gossip must be insane. Everybody's hooking up with everybody in this place. Like, people are dying.
Oh.
People are trying to kill each other. Like, that's crazy. The stakes for the gossip there have to be insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yep. So send me to Cliffsbane. That's where I'm going.
Yeah. Put me in it.
It's Cliffsbane or... No, you know what? I'm still choosing Cliffs. Well, okay.
I want to be a scribe. I don't want to go to war. I want to be in the library. Cool. Great pick. Yeah. Okay. This is my actually my last one. Okay.
No,
I'm going to pick this because, again, I know this isn't on your list, but I just saw that I think, let me see, 5th or 6th book in this series was just announced. And I would like to go to Ellingham Academy, which is the Truly Devious book series, which is a YA series by Maureen Johnson. And this is the school of all the schools that I actually would want to go to. So basically it's like a private school, but it's free to attend. And you just apply if you're like some kind of low-key genius kid, like savant.
So like big ego boost if you even get in.
Oh yeah, like incredible to get in. So the main character, her name is Stevie, and you have to have like a special interest basically. So you just tell them what you're interested in studying and they decide if they accept you. And so her special interest is like solving crimes, and she gets admitted to the school because, like, I don't know, a couple decades ago, there was a murder at the school and it was never solved. And her application is basically like, let me come and I will solve the murder because I love solving murders and I'm really good at it and I'm super smart.
Oh, fun.
And she gets accepted and she does, in the first book, solve the murder. So that's exciting.
Do you feel like you spiritually connect with that character?
I love Stevie, so sure, why not? But everybody there has like different interests. There's like a kid who, I think he like wrote a movie or something. It's been a while since I read this book. Or he wrote like a novel as like a kid that was like a bestseller, and then now he's trying to write his like sophomore book and he can't do it. So, but that's how he got admitted. One of her friends is like an amazing artist. One, like, there's a love interest whose like dad is like a right-wing politician who he hates, and he's trying to like get away from. There's a lovely cast of characters, and I think it would be just a really fun place to go because like every like the classes are so engaging, and you get to like basically say, this is what I'm going to study. So they just help you shape your own program of study, which would be really cool and fun. And
so you like would actually want to go to school here.
Yes. And it's a boarding school too. It's like they live there. So yeah, for the school would be fun. So, and I'm really excited because she just announced the next book, and the last book in the series ended on the most insane cliffhanger, and it has been like 2 or 3 years since it came out. She's been writing other things in the meantime, and that was really upsetting to me personally because, again, it was the most insane cliffhanger.
So rude.
Very rude. I think if you do a cliffhanger in a book, you should be contractually obligated to have the next book coming out within a year. That's my opinion.
I think 1 to 2 years.
Yeah. So I'm really excited though because the cover's coming, like it's going to be revealed in a couple days. So really excited that that's coming in the near future. But yeah, I would love to go there. It seems cool. I mean, besides the murder part, and murders do keep happening around her. So that, but gossip would be crazy because you're like, why does she keep solving murders? That seems weird, you know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Also the love thing. There's like a back and forth with them. I would love to talk about them. Yeah. So yeah, great.
Fun. Okay, good pick.
Yeah.
Maybe I should read those.
Honestly, they are YA, but they're really, really good. And it's got really great characters. So I think I recommend a lot of YA for someone who says I don't like to read YA, but there are the exception.
I have a TBR like a mile long. But...
Oh, yeah. Same. But it is a good one if you get to it.
Okay,
what's your last pick?
My last pick? It's a toss-up between two, but I think I'm going to go Crunch'em Hall.
Okay.
From Matilda.
Okay.
And while on the surface, this seems like it would be a bad place to go because of Madame Trunchbull. Mm-hmm. Or Madame Trunchbull. Mm-hmm. I think it's actually Trunchbull. But, you know, she's crazy. Okay. The students and the good teachers basically like unionize to overthrow her. Mm-hmm. And I think that would be fun to be a part of. I think being in school with a girl who has like telekinetic powers would be cool.
Yeah.
And also, I love Miss Honey so much.
Yeah.
And I would want to be in her class for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of camaraderie. And like, imagine being at school on the day where the kid has to go up and eat all of that chocolate cake. Picturing. Like the emotional like fortitude and that would be forged.
Yeah.
The spirit of camaraderie and like
trauma bond.
Overthrowing oppressive powers.
Oh.
That would go hard. I feel like that would really like imprint you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. We need that energy.
And then like, yeah, let's take down Madame Trunchbull.
Yeah.
Like actually there's more of us than there are of you. And you think that if we ever find that out, you're going to die. And that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
period.
Yeah.
Crunch'em
Hall.
That sounds fun. Did you have any teachers like Miss Honey when you were growing up who made an impact on you?
Oh, I did.
Oh, that's nice.
I had a few. I had, in kindergarten, there was like what do you call it? It's like, not that, I had 2 kindergarten teachers. It was like a main one and an assistant.
Like an aide. Yeah. Paraprofessional or something.
And when I was in kindergarten was when Joel was in the hospital. My little brother was in the hospital for his liver for like a long time. And my dad unfortunately fulfilled the stereotype of like not being able to do like some parenting functions, like putting my hair in a ponytail.
Sure.
Yeah. So I would go to school and I'd feel like really insecure because my hair wouldn't be like in a ponytail. And so my teacher, Miss Kiefer, told me to come early so that she could do my hair every day before school.
Oh my God.
I know. Made a profound impact on my life.
Shout out Miss Kiefer.
Shout out Jane Kiefer if you're listening to this.
We know you are.
And then in 3rd grade, I had a teacher named Miss Guy. Shout out Elisa Guy if you're listening to this. She was her first year teaching. It was like her first year out of college. And that was my first year at a new school. And it was like the first time I was ever having trouble like making friends or like fitting in at school. Mm-hmm. And she used to hold my hand in line, like when we would be walking places, and she would like squeeze it. And then I would like squeeze back, and she would be like, no, when somebody squeezes your hand, you have to squeeze it back harder. And she was like teaching me this lesson of like standing up for myself.
Yeah.
And so she made a huge impact on my life. And my 5th grade teacher,
wow,
Mrs. Hazlett, taught me. She was like the first person who ever really taught me about like feminism.
Oh, nice.
And that changed my life.
Radical.
Too. What about you?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I would say I feel like my 5th grade teacher, Miss Saplicki, she was great. Because in 4th grade, I had a teacher who I feel like really didn't get me, like in a deep, serious way.
She didn't get you?
She did not get me. And I mean, to be fair, I struggled a lot in elementary school with like, I talked a lot in class. I didn't do my homework. I just was bored, I think. That's my explanation. And so she told me, like, my 4th grade teacher, that like I would never be successful in life because I couldn't be organized, which is really funny to me now, but it was traumatizing to me at the time. And then my 5th grade teacher, though, I feel like she really like saw me and got me and was like very encouraging and like just, yeah. So shout out Miss Saplicki. I think about her all the time. And then my biology teacher in high school, Miss K, she was the best. She just went above and beyond for her students and she did like Saturday morning tutoring sessions and was like always available. She had like a Google phone number set up that we could, text or call if we were ever like really stressed out. And I feel like I learned a lot in her class. It convinced me that I should be a science major in college, which was emphatically untrue, but she was such a good teacher that like I did start out
short-lived biochem career.
Yeah. And then also I would say Dr. Johnson from University, which we usually bleep out the name of that college. From
Wait, who's Dr. Johnson?
He taught humanities class. Because specifically one incident, he made us, this is probably too intense for the pod, but you know what? He made us write a essay about hell and like articulations of hell in like ancient literature or whatever. And I remember like I sat and stared at that screen for like hours trying to write it. And at the end I wrote this like, I don't know, like that was basically my conclusion. I don't know, because we had to say what we thought and like analyze whatever the stuff we had been studying in class. But I was like, he's making me say something that I believe in, and I feel like I don't know what to do about that. And so I put like, I don't know. And he wrote,
big moment.
Yeah, he wrote this note in the margin of my paper. And I thought it sucked. I was like, I'm getting an F. Like, this is horrible. But he wrote a note and he was like, thank you, Emily, which just putting someone's name is really meaningful. And he was like, please like keep asking questions. Like, this is like just a really nice, lovely reflection on like, it's okay to ask questions. And I feel like nobody had ever said that to me before, especially about like faith and stuff. So yeah, it was very meaningful to me. And I think about his class a lot. He was a great professor. So shout out to all those guys.
Yeah. I don't know if there's still many professors like this who haven't been pushed out at our alma mater.
Yeah.
But I also had a couple of professors like that where like they really made me critically think about things.
Yeah.
And like push the boundaries of like what otherwise was kind of like a rigid doctrine.
Yeah, totally.
So you guys are appreciated.
Yeah.
Not that you guys are listening.
Yeah. I would be amazed if you were. If any of those I just named were
kind of horrified.
I would be scared and amazed. But yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to all you guys. Love it. We love education.
Teachers
and educators. Important. Yes.
Woo-hoo. We love you.
Yeah. What was your honorable mentions? What did you not pick?
I didn't pick Camp Half-Blood from Percy Jackson.
Great one. Yeah.
Because it's not technically a school, but it kind of has a vibe of school. But also, like, there's always like, I don't want to fight like
gods.
Apollo.
Yeah.
Like just
cut it. Yeah.
Cut it. But it would be cool if I was like, yeah, I've never met my dad, but he's Zeus.
Yeah. Like, never met my dad. Boo. He's a god.
Yay.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
love
anyways,
it. Great
that was
choice.
my honor. Did you have an honorable mention?
I had probably too many. So I'm just going to go really fast. Valentine Academy from And They Were Roommates, which I recently recommended. Special Agent Training from the Naturals, which was a YA series I recently read as well. Blah, blah, blah. We picked those. The School Where Rosemary and Logan Are My Teachers from Here We Go Again. School Where Everyone's Gay from Heartstopper.
Oh my God. Wait, I almost picked the Heartstopper one too, because like, why is everyone like so chill?
Everyone's
about
woke.
Everyone? Yeah, Utopia, but you have such a great point about Rosemary and Logan being my teachers.
Talk about gossip. They hate each other and now they're together.
Is there any crazier tea than when you think two of your teachers are dating?
Let me tell you, when I was in 7th grade, we had 2 teachers in my school, my French teacher and an English teacher, and they actually were married, but nobody knew it. And then all of a sudden one day, he sent someone with a note. Like, they were always like flirty and joking back and forth, but like no one thought they were married. And then one day
why didn't they tell anyone they were married?
They had different last names. Like, I just think that never came up. Like, nobody would have guessed they were married. And so one day he sent like a student with a note, and it was like something about like the credit card or something, like where people made the connection, and then everyone started finding out, and the school was a buzz. It was the best day ever. So
oh my God,
that was a lead.
Finding out details about your teacher's personal life.
Yes. Amazing.
When you I mean, I'm sure for teachers it's horrifying when you see your students in public. Sure. You're like, God, what the I'm just trying to have enjoy my Dollarita at Applebee's. But like when you see your teacher out in public,
it's like you're a person.
Like, what are they wearing outside of school?
Yeah, crazy. Okay, yeah, Everyone's Gay in Heartstopper. Danny Brown's my professor in Take a Hint, Danny Brown.
You really thought outside the box here.
I know I did, because I didn't know. If We Were Villains, I don't know if you ever read that, but there's like a college and it's a drama. I don't want to go there, but there's a drama program. No School at All, like Educated by Tara Westover.
Oh my God, I almost put that on my list. I almost put that on my list. Like,
but like, does that count?
You get educated by Tara Westover's parents in Idaho.
No, thank you. Also, I read this book series called The Royal We, which is basically like loosely based on what are their names? Will and Kate. So I was like, college with them, that would be crazy gossip.
That would be tea.
PhD School, but I don't know what you call that, with Olive from The Love Hypothesis. The Mysterious Benedict Society, School with Connell and Marianne from Normal People. And this book is my favorite book ever. It's like my comfort read, is The Juliet Club by Suzanne Harper, where they study Shakespeare and Romeo and Juliet. So I didn't pick that because it's like technically not a school. It's a summer program, but I could yap about that book forever. And I have already on this podcast before.
What if you went to the Deep End School?
I almost put that on my list. I was like,
what if you were like on the diving team?
I don't want to be around those guys.
The gossip would be going crazy there too.
Okay, they did things in public way too much for me to be comfortable, because like they need to chill. They really need to chill. It's a sanitary issue at a certain point. One time I can forgive. I can forgive one time. But we're talking like 3 or 4 times in the course of the book. It's
all chlorinated.
No. I'm done. So, those are my alternative.
Those are really good points. And
thank you.
I will be thinking a lot on if my teachers were Logan and Rosemary from Here We Go.
Yeah, I almost picked that one. That was a really good one, I think. Because I would love that. Because just imagine they hate each other and then they come back.
Listeners, tell us.
Where would you
comment
go
on our Instagram or Blue Sky post?
Yeah.
Or whatever, comment on this podcast.
Or on Spotify. We've been getting a lot of comments over on Spotify, which I didn't even know was possible. So go comment on our Spotify post and let us know what you think.
Yeah, where would you want to go to school? Or what did we forget?
Yeah.
And don't say Hogwarts.
Yeah, we didn't forget it. Trust me.
We didn't
Trust and believe.
We remembered
wish
to
we
exclude
could forget.
it.
Okay. All right.
Can
we talk about Wolfsong now?
Yes. So this is good because I'm going to talk about, because let me tell you, I have been in a slog.
Yeah.
I can't finish anything.
I know.
Life has been busy.
Yeah.
I also have been reading long books. And so I have not finished a book.
Yeah.
Like, and all the progress I made in July,
gone.
Erased.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to catch back up again.
Yeah.
I'm close to finishing the 2 books I'm reading right now, but I'm still way behind.
Yeah.
But last episode, I was about 70% of the way through Wolfsong, and I finished.
Uh-huh.
So Are you sure I hadn't finished it in the last episode?
You had not, because you didn't let me talk about it. So you said we might do a bonus content, but here we are. This is our bonus content.
Okay. All right. I thought Wolfsong was great.
Good.
So we did talk about a little bit.
Yeah.
Was like that it's a good depiction of werewolves.
Yes.
And like,
we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of like Twilight and stuff. So yeah, I mean, I have not like immediately started reading the next books in the series.
Yeah.
I think I would like to parse those out over the fall. I think that would be like
good call.
A nice little thing to focus on. But I wonder also if I'm writing correctly guessing that like the next books aren't actually going to be following the same two main characters from the first.
That is correct. Every book has a different main POV character and a different couple, but it progresses linearly.
I guess based on the name of the second book.
Yeah,
that would be the case.
Good call.
Yeah. So, okay. So for those of you who are like, what the f*** are you guys talking about? So Wolfsong is the first book of a series by TJ Klune. Have you ever read anything by TJ Klune before?
No, I never have, but I'm like familiar, you know. Yeah.
I read House on the Cerulean Sea, which is maybe one of his most famous, which is young adult actually. And very like lightly, the main character in that is queer. You don't really like totally know that, I don't think, till the end.
Okay.
But
it's
anyway, it's there. So this is a long time spanning story about Ox
and
Joe. And they are in love, but they don't start out in love. They start as like kids that are friends with this crazy connection. And also some of them are werewolves and some of them are witches. And there's more, everything that you could imagine is out there.
Yeah.
And pack.
Pack. Yeah.
So, it's, I don't know, it's a book about magic and werewolves and love and fate and choice. But also, I think it's a book about found family, community, what it means to be like in a tribe of people.
Yeah.
What would you add to that?
Okay, I'm going to be careful because I don't want to spoil the remaining 3 books, but I think I agree with everything you said. And to me, all of these books, and this one is a good example, but they all were made in a lab for me in terms of romance because they're incredibly slow burn.
The slowest.
And the angst. This angst, there's a lot of angst in this one. It is the mildest of the 4. Like, the angst is insane.
Well, I'm really excited for the Gordo story.
I can't talk about Gordo. I cannot talk about Gordo.
No, I know that one's going to go hard.
That is the next one in the series.
Because
Gordos.
this is like second chance.
Yeah. And they're older and I can't. Okay. The pain. So yeah, the angst goes crazy in all of them. Which is what I want. Like, I want a high angst love story that they don't get together till the end. I want it to be really sad. I want it to make me cry.
Hey, by the way, are all of them love stories?
They are all love stories. There's 4 couples and different, like I said, different point of view characters, and then like this, but the other story also progresses. So there's like sort of a bad element, like there's a bad guy element.
There's a big
and
bad.
There's an overarching through line with like action that takes place. It's not just strictly romance. But I really liked the whole series. I think like they was cooked up for me. And I think really interesting with this one is the age gap in printing and how it compares to the Twilight age gap in printing, and how I feel like this is the way to do it.
No, it actually feels like TJ Klune was like, it's like TJ Klune read Breaking Dawn and was like, what the actual
correct
yes, okay. Yes. And then he was like, all right, wait, hold on, I got to do a better version.
Yes.
Or he was like talking and his boyfriend was like, dude, do a different version.
Please do this better.
So like stop talking about it and write the better version. So in this story, you don't actually know that imprinting is kind of like, it's not even called imprinting.
No, but it's a similar vibe.
The reason it's so clear that it's a response, God, we always end up talking about the Twilight.
We have to.
Oh my God. But anyways, because they make a couple tongue-in-cheek jokes about Twilight throughout the book.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, it's not like werewolves, like in some kind of sparkly vampire book or whatever. So anyway, Joe imprints on Ox kind of, but there's also, and Joe is younger.
Mm-hmm.
Ox is a little older.
Yeah.
By like 5 years.
But they're both minors when this happened.
They're both minors. Yeah. But ultimately, like at some point before anything romantic happens, Ox becomes educated about the fact that he could choose or reject the bond between them.
Yeah.
And so he has agency. He's not like enslaved.
Yes.
Right. And also the bond between them changes over time. Right. Where when they're little kids, they're just like really close friends. Right. They have like this really, intense like soul tie connection. And it's left open that like maybe it could always just stay that way.
Yeah. Genuinely.
And there never has to be a romantic element.
One of my favorite scenes from the entire series, though, is when Ox first starts to see Joe in a romantic way. And he's like, oh my God, his little shorts. Oh my God, he's like spiraling out. That was so much fun to me. So
that was so
I
fun.
liked that part as well. It's like very, very clear that Ox does not think of Joe that way until they are much older. And then he like very clearly has a moment where he's like, oh, what the hell? And also I want to say, if that icks you out, I do want to say, spoiler free, later in the series, it is established canonically that mate bonds can't be platonic. And also that, like you said, it's pretty clear that it can be like, you can have more than one over your lifetime. So it's not like Twilight where it's like you're enslaved, like you said, to this person forever.
And the other person can reject it. Yeah. You can just say like, no, I don't want to.
So I do like that. I think it's just done better. Yeah, I loved it. I love the whole series. I thought it was fun. Join us in reading them if you want. We'll keep talking as Abigail makes her way through the rest of the series.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Gordo's story is the next one. So, but my favorite was the last one. So that's what I'll say. And then I won't say anything else.
Well, that is good. That is good to know.
Yeah.
As far as other recent reads, I have been rereading The Will of the Many.
Nice.
In preparation for the release of the second one.
Yeah.
And I've also been reading another book, but I want to save talking about it till I'm finished with it.
Fair.
But yeah, it's been a slog. Okay. And I'm feeling like there's other books I want to get to, and
no worries.
You'll
get there.
I feel like you were there most of last year, so if you have any advice.
Have you tried Kindle Unlimited Hockey Romance? Let me tell you guys.
I'm not connecting to romance at all.
I get it. Yeah. I would do like a novella. Do some short books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares? Do you want to hear my recent reads?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I will be quick. Number one, I read a book that you have read, which is Our Wives Under the Sea by Julia Armfield. So I won't spend very much time on it, but I really liked it. So
you liked it?
I really liked it. I really liked it.
Thank you.
It was so good.
As I mentioned when we first talked about it, I was the only one in my book club who liked it.
I do recall that.
But I would be really interested to hear your interpretations of it.
Yeah, so if you missed Abigail's talk about this a while ago, this follows, it's a married couple, and one of them goes under the sea into a submarine, and something weird happens, but
like for work,
yeah. But you don't know why. And then the other one's back on land, and then when I don't remember their names, when old girl from under the sea comes back, something's wrong with her, and then the girl who was left behind, she's like trying to cope with that and figure out kind of what's going on. I just really like this. I thought it was like, to me it feels like an obvious, like your spouse has a terminal illness book, and there's like nothing you can really do, or like being the caretaker for someone. And I really liked that part.
That is so interesting. That's not how I interpret it.
How did you interpret it? Okay, what did you think?
Well, I think, first of all, it's literary fiction and horror.
Yeah.
So you can interpret it
sure
however, and it just invites you to interpret it. But to me, it was like your partner experiences some sort of like foundational change in their life, or they like go to war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they come back, and now they have an experience that you can't relate to at all.
Yeah.
And you're basically grieving them while they're still alive.
Yeah, I feel like that's the same kind of thing, though. Like, if someone, the grieving them while they're still alive thing, because yeah, like if someone has a diagnosis or whatever, like that's kind of the same thing I thought is like they're already gone in some ways.
Yeah. And a lot of like, and the whole thing is really from, I can't remember her name either, but the wife who didn't go.
Yeah.
Her point of view.
Yeah.
So the book, like, it's kind of unsatisfying in some ways because you actually don't get that many details about what happened under the sea.
Yeah.
But that's not really the point.
It doesn't really matter, yeah.
The point is that you don't actually get to know what happened under the sea.
Yeah.
And you'll never experience it. And that's another thing.
Yeah. And like
that is like a component in all of this. It's not actually about what happened. It's about you not knowing what happened.
And also like
or you not being able to relate to it.
Totally. Like, you can't relate to it, but also no one can relate to you. Like your friends won't understand what you're going through as the person who is now like surviving this secondhand. Like you don't understand what your spouse went through, and also like nobody understands what you're going through as the person who's having to take care of the situation, and like it's impossible to describe. And so I really liked that. Yeah, I thought it was really good, really well written. It made me really emotional. Because I think like in small ways and large ways, if you're in a long-term relationship with someone, like there are times where it's like, oh, you are a different person than the person that I first met. And like, it doesn't have to be like this where she disappears back into the sea, not to spoil it, but like, or they don't have to die or like go to war, but like in small ways, like it just might be like, oh wow, like that's not what you were like before. And there is like a grief of that, of like, and same with yourself, like, hey, I'm not the person I used to be. And that's like something to grieve as well. So I just thought it was really well written of talking, like there's a lot of flashbacks of like when they first started dating and like what their relationship was like, and just the way that was written about, I really thought was really nice. So I really liked it.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thumbs up.
But I really don't think it's for everyone.
It's not for everyone. No.
This is not a universal recommendation.
Okay. I have two that I think are more crowd pleasers. So number one is Love is a War Song by Danica Nava. This follows Alexis. And she is a Muskogee. Is it Muskogee? Muskogee?
Yeah.
Okay. She's a Muskogee Native American. And she is also like, this is basically the plot of the Hannah Montana movie. Okay. So she's a pop star. She's like a child actress. And she's trying to become a singer. So she's like very Miley, you know? She grew up on like...
She's just being Miley.
Yes, she grew up on Disney Channel, essentially, whatever the equivalent of that is in this world. And then now she's trying to be a pop star. And she is indigenous, but she has like her mom doesn't talk to her grandmother for whatever reason. You don't know why. And she's never been back to her like reservation where her family's from. She doesn't know them. She's never met them. And so she has like no connection to like her culture, but she obviously presents that way. And so they start promoting her album, and they basically they film this music video with her that's like these guys in like these like loincloth things, like tribal dancers. Not great. And then she's also simultaneously on the cover of Rolling Stone in a feather war bonnet, like headdress.
Whoa.
And like that's not chill, by the way. Not chill at all. And so then people are like, oh, so you're a fake like Native American, like you're I think they call it pretendian. And she becomes like this pariah. She's like losing sponsorships. People are like canceling her, and then they're like, they dig into her past, realize, hey, there's no one who can like vouch for you. Like you have no connection to like, so maybe you actually are faking your backstory. They're calling her Hilaria Baldwin. And so she's like starts getting like credible death threats. So her mom sends her to Oklahoma to her grandmother Lottie's ranch, and on this like Native American reservation out there, and she has to stay there while the world is swirling around her. And while she's there, she meets Lucas Iron Eyes, who hates her. He thinks she's the worst. And then eventually they become friends, and he's like, okay, I'm going to teach you like what it means to be Native and to be part of our culture. And they fall in love, and they're trying to save the ranch, and it's just really fun. Like, it was really fun.
Oh,
it was really
so
cute.
Good. What's it called?
It's called Love is a War Song. It was really fun. Yeah, I read it really quickly. And I thought their chemistry was really great, and it was just a nice, like, yeah, like, there are legitimate reasons maybe why the family's estranged, but it was a nice, like, hey, like, you can forgive, and you can make different choices this time and move on and fall in love. And I thought Lucas, the love interest, he is like one of the best male main characters I've read. He has like a very complex backstory and like genuine motivations that I thought were well written.
Nice.
Okay, the next one
sounds really good.
This is a 5-star. The next one I'm about to recommend. It was so good.
Here we go.
It's called Margot's Got Money Troubles by Rufy Thorpe. Have you heard this?
No.
Okay. Stick with me, okay? When I describe this book to you. So this follows Margot. She is a 19-year-old college student, community college student. And she enters into an affair with her writing professor, who's older. He's married. It doesn't last very long, but unfortunately it lasts long enough for her to get pregnant. So I'm, again, not normally a pregnancy trope girl, but this is worth it. So just stay with me. She has a baby. This all happens within the first few pages. She has a baby, and this causes her roommate, 2 of her roommates out of 3, to move out because they're not on a lease and they don't want to live with the baby. So she now is out that rent money. And she gets fired from her job because she can't find consistent childcare, and she has this complicated relationship with her mom. Her mom's like, oh, I'll help you. And then she's not really available to help. And so she calls her dad, who is a former professional wrestler.
Okay.
And who also had her out, like, he has a family. She's like the affair child. And she's like, I have literally never asked you to do anything for me in my life. Can you please just send me $2,000 so I can pay this month's rent? And then I won't ask you for anything else. Like, I promise I'll find a job. I just need $2,000 to cover the extra rent of my roommates who moved out. I've literally never asked you for anything. You've never paid child support. And a few days later, he shows up at her house, fresh out of a like 90-day program for heroin addiction.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he's like, hey, I'm here. Here's your $2,000. Also, can I move in? And she's like, well, yeah. So his name is Jinx. He moves into their apartment. So it's Margot, Jinx, and their third roommate, who is like a nerd LARPer, like like cosplay, all of that. So these 3 people are now living together, raising a baby. And through Jinx moving in, basically, she learns about OnlyFans. And in order to provide for herself and for her child, she starts an OnlyFans. And this is the story of what happens next.
That sounds so good.
It is so good. It is so, like, shockingly tender and emotional. And a little bit stressful. Like, I was really worried for her. But it, like, this is found family to the max. It's these like 3 weird people, and her father is like an addict, and she is a 19, 20-year-old kid like trying to figure things out, and how they all like are coming together to like really in a weird way make this work for the baby, who's like just an innocent little baby. And like I think like it was funny, it was emotional, it was just like her trying to figure things out. I don't even know how to describe it any more than that, but I thought it was great. I thought the characters were great.
That sounds so good. I put it on hold.
It was so good. I think any person would like it. I know it sounds weird, but
no, it sounds delightful.
Yeah, I think it's like everyone can relate to an extent. Like, this is a very dramatic version of like complicated family dynamics and trying to live as an adult. And like what it feels like when like you can't keep up with all the things in your life. So I really recommend it. It was so good. Outstanding. Applaud. 10 out of 10. That's it. Those are my recent reads.
Wow, you really inspired me.
I think you should keep trying. Keep going. Also,
yeah, when you just mentally get into a slump, it's like... I
get it. Margot's Got Money Troubles it's less than 300 pages, so it was a pretty quick read. It's like 200 something.
All right, well, great episode. This was a ton of fun.
It really was a lot of fun. Thanks. You too.
Bye.